Hi everyone, Scott here. Welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100 here on YouTube and on Facebook, a film review collaboration channel where we bring you a new theme each week. It could be an actor, it could be an actress, it could be a genre, it could be a director. This week we're doing John Goodman. John Goodman, who's a character actor, played mostly supporting roles in the films that he's been in. Had the lead in a sitcom once after he was on Roseanne Barr's sitcom. Yeah, he's a really likable guy. Seems very friendly. Would be great to just hang out and chat with. The first movie I saw him in was Raising Arizona by the Coen brothers. He co-starred with William Forsythe as a couple of ruffians who break out of prison and then make life trouble for Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter. He went on to co-star with John Turturro in another Coen brothers movie, Barton Fink. He's had roles in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where Art Thou? I always have trouble pronouncing that one. And recently, Inside Llewyn Davis, he had a role in that as well. All by the Coen brothers. I remember in 1993 when Jurassic Park came out, they had a teaser for the Flintstones movie, and the movie wasn't supposed to come out for another year, but basically the teaser was they played the entire song, the theme song from the cartoon, the Flintstones, and then had a shot of John Goodman as Fred Flintstone going, yabba dabba doo, and he's just like the perfect guy to play that character, you know, with his build and of course the big booming voice. And he has this big grin on his face as he's tossing this rock around like it's a baseball. People just went nuts when they saw him as Fred Flintstone, and then after that, of course, he goes, "Wilma," you know, and that, you know, he's great. It's just perfect. Yeah, I've always liked him a lot. I decided to take a look at one of his movies from the late 90s called Fallen, and again, he doesn't play the main character. He plays a supporting part, but he's really good in the movie, as he is in most of the stuff that he's in. The main characters are played by Denzel Washington, Donald Sutherland, John Goodman, and James Gandolfini has a supporting role. They're all play cops. That's a pretty good cast right there. Really good cast. The movie is directed by Gregory Hoblit, who previously directed Primal Fear. That's the legal thriller where Richard Gere is defending Edward Norton, who's been accused of killing Bishop in Chicago. And then later on he went on to direct the Jim Caviezel movie, in which Jim Caviezel's a policeman who's communicating through some sort of celestial anomaly over the radio, over ham radio, with his father, Dennis Quaid, who died like 2 decades earlier or something like that, or maybe it was just 10 years ago, I forget exactly. But yeah, both really good movies, and Fallen's a decent one as well. It's a supernatural thriller. Denzel, of course, is a cop who's investigating some murders. He's just actually put a convict on death row, and that convict's been executed. A guy named Edgar Reese, played by Elias Koteas, a nice an actor who's good at playing creepy characters. Now, as it turns out, Denzel wasn't fully aware of exactly what this guy is capable of, because as it turns out, Edgar Reese wasn't actually a murderer, but he was inhabited by a fallen angel, a demonic presence called Azzazel, and Azzazel is able to actually migrate from one human body to another. He can basically walk around and touch another body on the shoulder or what have you, and he's instantly migrated into that other person's body. Can walk around with him, has all the memories, knows everything that the person knows, and so he can impersonate anyone, kind of like the Thing, except that instead of infecting a whole bunch of people, he just jumps from one to the next to the next. Even if he's killed in human form and doesn't get the opportunity to touch anyone, his spirit can essentially float out of that body and inhabit someone who's just standing nearby. That's a little bit more complicated, but it means that he's destroying him is very difficult. And Denzel basically notices that there's been some other murders that mimic the pattern that the killer he just put away. I'm not really sure why the guy allowed himself to be caught and put in prison and put on death row, but I think it was probably just to throw the cops off the fact that that he was a spirit, a demonic spirit that can migrate from bodies. But once he gets out again, he starts to taunt Denzel by leaving him clues, by arranging things so that victims end up becoming killers and what have you. It's all very confusing. And as Denzel is trying to figure out what's happening, he gets some help from the daughter of one of the demon's former victims, who's played by, oh goodness, why can't I remember this woman's name? I want to say Emil Hirsch, but that's a different person altogether. That's a dude. Embeth Davidtz, right? I'm sorry, Embeth Davis. She had the first movie I saw her in was An Army of Darkness by Sam Raimi. And then later on that same year, 1993, she was one of the main characters in Schindler's List. She wrote a book on demons and fallen angels or what have you, which helps out Denzel. But she warns him, look, you need to stay away from this investigation, because if the demon realizes that you're onto him, he's going to make my life miserable for you, and there just isn't any way of stopping it. You know, I mean, not by any conventional means. You kill one person, you're just killing a body, he's going to migrate to another body. It's a big, big, big problem. And there's a really cool sequence where the demon will actually migrate from one body to another in rapid succession. Instead of like running after someone, he will just like, it's a succession of people just tapping each other on the shoulder, and it's just like goes straight down the line of people, you know. And at one point the guy falls over, he doesn't even get up, he just taps the ankle of the person standing next to him, and he's automatically standing in that person's body. Decent movie, really decent movie, I liked it a lot. I saw it in its entirety when it first came out, and I haven't seen the whole thing since just like yesterday. I've seen it play on cable many, many times, and so I've seen bits of it here and there. But this is the first time since I first saw it that I watched it from beginning to end. Fun movie, good movie. So there's my review, and we've got another birthday theme starting tomorrow. Another one of our members has a birthday, so we'll be reviewing movies from people who have the same birthday as him starting tomorrow. I hope you'll tune in for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please visit our Facebook page, leave us comments. The link to that is below. You can suggest another actor, actress, director, whomever that you'd like us to cover. That would be really great. Thanks very much for watching. See you again real soon. Bye.